Uh, do you headstand for 30? Do you sit on your head for 1,000 points?
I do a headstand. It's
So,
not sitting on my head. It's
is it just like standing but flipped?
yeah, I guess. It's
Oh,
like a handstand, but you're on your head.
that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess this is the podcast. I don't know. I just record it. I'll upload it. Um, so Azalea,
Hmm. Yes.
how did you get into streaming and just Among Us and just general?
Oh wow. It was probably not too long into the start of the first lockdown. With COVID, I wasn't really like a Twitch person. I didn't like watch Twitch almost at all, really. Um, I decided finally to go and check it out when the YouTuber, The Click, started Twitch streaming. I decided, I'd go check it out. I wasn't the fondest of his streams, but I still liked it, and I turned up to a couple. And then one day he raided Midnight Palmer, and from there I probably spent 2 or 3 months with Palmer to where I got inspired to start streaming. Palmer was basically my streaming inspiration, to be honest. As for Among Us, I think it's just because of how hype and craze it was on Twitch in general that I just got into it. I got into it with actually Palmer's like group Discord with all of his followers. We all started playing it there actually before I started streaming it.
Wow, and what about you, Fancy?
I've always wanted to stream because like I've loved Twitch and loved gaming my like entire life. Like ever since Twitch opened, I've been on it. But I never really wanted to do Twitch because I wanted to actually have a career and go to school and stuff, and I didn't think that I could do both at the same time. But when I finished school, I decided I really, really, really want to stream. And then another obstacle came in. I wanted to wait until I got my own apartment, which I didn't get until the pandemic. So then I didn't start streaming until then. But I wanted to stream my whole life.
That's so emotional. I love it.
Yeah.
So what got you into Among Us for both of you?
Um,
And I said mine.
For me, it was just my one friend Shane. He was like, "I'll donate you $5 if you download Among Us right now." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do it. I'll give it a chance." And so he gave me $5. I bought it, and then I've been playing it ever since.
Oh, that's wholesome. How did you guys get into the testing lobby though? That's the real drama.
Cool. That was a fun one. I say fun one. It was kind of just you know how when certain people might like advertise something in your DMs or a whisper on Twitch. Yeah, it felt so shady when Tesson approached me, to be honest. But all he was asking about was if I wanted to join an Among Us lobby. So like, there's certain things you don't answer to, but that I was okay with. I was like, I'd be down for that, and he just invited me to a Discord, so I didn't see too much wrong with it. And then yeah, here I am. it was just it was just how he approaches can seem very shady.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me. He like DM'd me in Discord, and I was like, "You know what? Like what's the worst that can happen?" Like they end up being annoying or awkward, and I just never play with them again. So I was like, "Sure, I'm down." And I played the next day with him. And then I've been here ever since.
So many like Twitch friends through Tesson's lobbies. It's amazing.
Yeah, same.
Oh wow. So this is so different to that previous question, but I always ask that just to get it out of the way. Oh, one more thing. What's your favorite role in Modded Among Us, and what's your least favorite role?
Ooh. If I was actually a bit better at it, I'd say assassin is my favorite imposter role. Because it's just I can't I've kind of lacked my skill recently, but my favorite way of playing Among Us was just to marinate the absolute hell out of someone until like there's no way I could be evil, right? Right? and by that point, people might trust you as such, and like you just find out roles easily. So I've just imagined how many ways I could marinate with assassin. I just love it.
Phancy.
My favorite is sheriff because it's fun even if I don't get an actual imposter kill. It's funny just shooting someone and dying.
Yeah.
But my least favorite role is definitely jester because I just don't like it. You can't even do tasks. If I could do tasks and then try and like get voted out, then that's fine. But like I don't like the whole having to fake tasks and then having to seem sus because if I laugh, I'm sus. If I laugh, I'm not sus. It's like
Oh.
I can't win.
I wonder what Keller's favorite role would be because he doesn't get to experience it much.
I will say my least favorite. I can handle Jester myself. I don't mind Jester that much. My least favorite would probably have to be Exy. I am very emotional person, and I hate having to target them because they just feel so confused, like so sad or angry, and I feel bad making people feel like that because I know how it feels sometimes to be the Exy target, and I feel absolutely awful. Like one time, I believe it was like Keller, and I was so confused, and I was just like, I was just so sad when I was being accused by him. So I just always feel bad about it. So sometimes with Exy, I just pray to get Jester instead. I'm like, please die a different way.
I like Assassin and Miner the most, I think. And Undertaker. I don't know. This is
Undertaker's
now.
hilarious.
We got Among Us out of the way. There's a thing on Instagram going around at the minute where it's like, I spent 2 hours drawing this. If you click the link and the link's like your Instagram name in it, so you're like, oh, I'll click it. Then it asks you for your Instagram password. And a lot of people that I was friends with put it in the password. Then they got their Instagram hacked. But like, I didn't fall for it, but a lot of people did and they got hacked. And it was really spreading around a lot.
I don't use Instagram personally. I've not used it really ever since I was a kid, and I have an account, I believe, but I've never really used Instagram.
I don't use it either. I have one and I have been hacked like twice, but I've never fallen for that. What you were specifically talking about.
So, have you ever got like a really funny scam email or I'll rephrase that. Have you ever got a really funny scam email or scam phone call or just someone that's really obviously trying to scam you but in a,
Yes.
amusing way?
I got an email one that I wouldn't say it was necessarily it was amusing to where I think it was funny because they were basically saying through my it was through my college email basically. So like, my email that's not actually mine, it belongs to the college I'm going to. I got an email through there, and it wasn't necessarily like a really like funny, the stereotypical like the Nigerian prince one. It wasn't like that, but it was one about saying through this email we've known you've been looking at porn and stuff, and I'm like, right, yeah, through my college email. You think I've been looking at porn through my college email? It was so weird. It was so stupid.
I feel that. For me, like mine was like I got an email that said if I don't give them like $400 in 48 hours that they're going to release my porn browser history and I don't watch porn.
Yeah, that's basically what I got.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't watch porn, so I was like, okay, whatever, you do you. Like, and I just like ignored it.
Yeah, I
And
ignored
nothing
mine.
happened.
Oh my god,
Nothing
Because
that's
I just
amazing.
I just found mine funnier because it came through college. It was so stupid.
Yeah, that's like idiotic.
So, yeah, just getting notes in general is scary. Have you ever got love notes back in school? Like, ugh, like Valentine's Day is very stressful. Uh-oh, you laughed, have you?
Not really, no. I've not really been a pretty kid.
Oh my god. Azalea.
Actually were.
That's all they care about in English, like in British secondary schools. Not primary, really. I was bullied all of primary, even though I wasn't ugly when I was really little. And then secondary school was kind of but I guess the closest I've come to that was there was definitely one dude that was very jokey about it. It started in a music class. He sang a random song whilst playing the guitar terribly, and he sang he sang a really like I don't want to. It was it was like a cheesy
Erotic?
but also satirical love song,
Oh.
and it's like, oh god, dude. And then it became just kind of like a running joke throughout my year in secondary school, and up until like almost the very end. I think he fake proposed to me about 5 or 6 times. And the
Did
thing
you
is,
say
he
yes?
always did it in a creative way. No, I never said
Oh
yes.
my gosh, what's
No,
the point of this
he didn't
then?
actually like me. If he'd actually liked me, he would have asked me to prom, but I wasn't really even close friends with him. To be honest, if I had to describe it, you know how there's always that one group of boys? There's actually, how there's normally 3 groups of boys? There's ones that are just the jokesters, there's the ones that are actually the complete assholes, and then there's the ones that are kind of in between, that are a bit assholes, but, they're more just that they just annoy
The
teachers kind of
attractive ones in
assholes.
movies?
No.
Anyway, tell us.
But it was that group of kids he was in, and he was basically the least annoying asshole. That is literally the only trait I could say is he was the least annoying of the assholes. So you don't take things that group says seriously ever.
So,
Makes sense.
have you guys
For
ever...
me,
Oh, sorry, go.
I never said for mine. Like for me, I had a very different experience. Like when I was in elementary school, I kind of ran my elementary school because everyone was kind of afraid of me because I fought people back then. But I had a boyfriend in all of elementary school, and he was my bodyguard slash boyfriend because I pretended to be the president of everything. And he was like, I need to protect you.
That is adorable.
So yeah, he was my he was my little backup bodyguard dude, and we were very cute. We would hold hands and stuff. And in high school, I didn't date anyone at my school because I didn't like anyone there. They were all kind of annoying. But I mainly dated people who lived at my dad's house because my parents are divorced. So I never got it in school, but I got tons of them outside of school. But
I have how many? I have dated a total of 4 people, and that's only if you actually count the first one.
I've dated
I don't.
3, and my current relationship's on 4 years right now. So
Oh,
Yeah, no, my
congrats.
longest was the most recent one. It was 6 months.
that is not very. You gotta.
My longest was 1 year.
I'm 18.
Still, when I was 18, I had a 1.5-year relationship. That was bad.
Mine was
but
1 year.
My
Gosh.
my quickest one was a week, and that's because the dude turned out he might not have actually been but he was a bit too over the top and very much. So yeah, that was cool.
This
That
podcast
was
is
that
taking
was
a
great.
twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
check
right,
that person.
right. This was my relationship history. Number 1 was actually a longer relationship, but it was online, and he turned out gay. My second relationship, he turned out gay. My third relationship, possibly. My fourth relationship, asexual, and then turned out to be aromantic. So that's how that ended.
Huh.
Okay.
A lot of labels.
Yeah.
I mean, my shortest was because they wanted me to buy them 5 Nights at Freddy's, and I was a broke ass bitch.
That's hilarious. What a sweet thing to ask you to buy.
Oh my god, we had skill discos where everyone would try and kiss the girls. It was awkward.
What? I've never heard of that. What?
It was like
What?
you would chase them around this skill, which is really strange. And then when you would like catch them, and you would be like, mwah, and then you kiss them, and you'd run away, and then they chase you
Oh
back.
god,
It
I
was
yeah, that
pathetic.
was a thing in my primary school, but I think I like they only tried to get me involved once or twice, and I was like, fuck no. And I think I might like this was when I was really little. I might have possibly punched someone. I don't know,
Oh my
but I
No,
was
gosh,
like
you're
I
so
I was the
chaotic.
generally good kid. No
I fought
teachers
a
believed anything.
lot in elementary school. I got a lot of referrals when I was in elementary
No.
slash for you primary school.
Do you guys remember any really embarrassing moments that you had growing up?
Oh, the best one that I tell people is it was actually I think my last year of primary school. I moved between multiple primary schools, but I think it was either my second to last or last year in primary school. I was doing a play, and for some reason they decided, I think it was because there was like, football World Cup or whatever, but they decided they wanted to do a football themed version of Cinderella.
That sounds
It was
cute.
it was cute, but it was very odd. I played one of the ugly sisters.
They're not
So
ugly, they're just stepsisters.
no, they were listed as ugly stepsisters. They were listed as ugly, trust me.
No. Your
But
skeleton was shit. What the heck?
yep, yep. But I was playing one of them. I was playing basically the second lead. I had signed up for the lead role, but I got the secondary lead. It's fine. The thing is, it was. I'll get into that later. But my best friend was the one who won it, and basically we were competing all the time for like first place and things. And I only ever beat her once. So stupid. But yeah, what happened is we had to do the play like once we actually did it like live in front of like parents and stuff. We had to do it 3 separate times, so we did it 3 times. Thing is, you know how they say third time's the charm?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the very beginning sequence of the play we were doing, I meant to like pretend to fall asleep and somewhat either like leave a hairbrush at the end of my hair, as if I fell asleep brushing my hair. Thing is, I have very curly hair. So, the first time and second time rounds, it was completely fine. The third time, the brush got stuck in my hair,
Oh my
and they
god.
had to stop the play. And they had to
That's
cut the brush out of my hair.
okay. I mean, that's not too
That was-
embarrassing.
It's not necessarily one of the most embarrassing, but it was absolutely mortifying for me.
No. I mean, I was in a school play once as Santa Claus's wife, and everyone forgot their reindeer names, so I had to run out when I wasn't fully in costume and start singing it, and I looked really stupid. It was like Santa's wife had fallen on the ground and was. Oh, God. Fancy, what about you?
Play wise, when I was in not elementary, when I was in preschool, I was very shy. It was in elementary that I got very like outgoing and like trying to take over the world type of mentality. So
Aw.
in preschool, I played Goldilocks and I was very stage fright. So when I walked out onto the stage, I closed my eyes and I ended up walking off the stage. Like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
I feel
was
like
good
that tops us
though.
both.
I was good though. I think someone caught me. I don't remember, but I was good. It was very funny.
Why are school plays like the most tragic and embarrassing thing?
Hazardous.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it
it is.
wasn't like as bad when I did it in elementary school because I was more like I'm the star of the show once I hit elementary school. And I actually did the talent show. Like, like the MC of a talent show, the
Yeah, yeah,
announcers.
yeah.
I did that, and in order to audition for it, I had to watch other people audition for the talent show. And after they got off, I had to like make a joke after every single one, and like 3 of my jokes actually made it to the actual talent show. So I was pretty proud of that.
That is cool.
And my like
What were the
MC
jokes?
partner, I only remember one, and it's so stupid, but when you're like in 5th grade, like it doesn't matter. But there's this guy, I forgot his name, he was playing the trumpet, and he turned really, really, really red because he was obviously like expelling a lot of air and energy and all that stuff. So I got on stage and I was like, wow, he was as red as a tomato. And like the teachers laughed, and I don't even know why they laughed because it's not funny. And that actually made it into the show. Don't know why.